Hi guys, DeFi Sai here with my weekly update on where I'm up to with the plan to monetize my YouTube channel. I did say in last week's video that I'm going to do this every single week, and this is in effect my week one, as it was only last week when I decided I was going to do that. So I wanted to talk to you today about where I'm up to with that, what I've been doing in the plan to monetize the YouTube channel, how things are going, things I've done that have worked and things I've done that haven't. So yeah, let's jump in. So my name is DeFi Sai. I live and work as a digital nomad. I'm currently in Bali and traveling Southeast Asia, and I started my YouTube channel. I have a clothing company that designs and manufactures clothing. So the main sectors that I do are, I'm really fascinated by countercultures. So it started initially focusing on house music, which is something that I've loved for many, many years. So the history of house music, acid house, designs inspired by that. I'm also big into my crypto. So I started working on the cryptocurrency space, creating crypto merch. Since that, I started working with a number of projects to design and create crypto merch for them. So I'll take their concept, come up with some ideas for them, design the merch that really suits them and their community, really get to know them and to get that to market for them. I also work with NF Treasure, which is a crypto merch company, as their resident designer, feature brand, so I design and create crypto merch and sell through them as well for both my standard designs, so like non-project specific, but also specific designs for certain projects. And I'm also currently an artist in residence for Avalanche under the Avalanche program. So I'm designing a range of NFTs that are going to be launching soon, and also designing some merch to go alongside them. So that's how I live and work. So I started the channel initially that was going to be a focus on talking about the designs that I do, really getting to know the projects that I'm working for, the history of the design, how I come up with the ideas, what the design process is. So it was very, very much information based. And then when I decided I wanted to do a bit more with the YouTube channel, I really wanted to open that up to be much more about crypto and the blockchain space. So I talk about meme coins, I talk about NFTs, I talk about the news and updates from what's happening. And I do a lot of work on the Avalanche blockchain. So my niche is really focusing on the Avalanche blockchain, which is personally what I believe where the best tech is, where the best projects are. So that's why I focus on the Avalanche blockchain. So the channel has got a lot more specific recently, and I really wanted to help people and teach them about blockchain, teach them about what's going on in Avalanche, teach them how to use it, teach them about DeFi, passive income, etc. All of those different things that come under blockchain and crypto. So again, the channel is to really help people in that sector. And because it was focusing much more on that, I thought it would be good to try and monetize the YouTube channel. So this little updates that I'm doing weekly are all about my journey through that, how I'm going. And I'd love for people that are also on the same process, that are trying to monetize their YouTube channel, to follow along on the journey with me. So yeah, if that's what you're trying to do, like and subscribe, and we'll go on the journey together. So let's have a little update on where I'm up to. So this is in effect my week one, because it's only a week ago where I started to really focus on this YouTube channel and to try and do something different with it, as opposed to just me talking about the designs that I'm doing. So as I said, I talk a lot about cryptocurrencies, meme coins, NFTs. So what I've really tried to do over the last week is really drill down into that niche and really focus on that niche, as opposed to just being quite generic and talking about the work that I'm up to. It's really about talking about the niche and drilling down into that and giving regular updates to people on that niche. So how's that gone for me? When I shared my stats last week on where I was up to 1,677 views. My watch hours were 10.9 and I had 20 subscribers, which was in effect my start point. Over this week, I've had 487 views, 9.6 watch hours, and 9 new subscribers, which gives me new totals of 2,164 views, 20.5 watch hours, and 29 subscribers. Now what you need to get monetized is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So again, as you can see, it's still a long way off, but I'm happy with the way those figures are going, because they're going in the right direction. And as this is pretty much week one of me having a new focus on this, any kind of increase is good. So just based on the actual percentages, as you can see on the screen, my views were up 638%, my watch time was up 546%, and my subscribers were up 350%. So if you look at the numbers as percentages, they're excellent figures. It's very easy to get stuck, I think, when you're doing this, to think, oh, only 9.6 watch hours or only 9 new subscribers. It's easy to look on them as only figures. Yeah, I think for me, it's really important to try and focus on the positive, as in that it's amazing to look at the positive side of this. If you look at the percentages on that, the percentage increases are amazing and are super crazy. In any business, in any sector in the world, if your percentage increases like that week on week, you'd be super happy with it. And if you take that to my niche, which is crypto, for example, if you'd invested in a meme coin and your coin went up by 638% in the last 7 days, I think you'd be pretty happy with those figures. So based on that, I'd just like to say a massive thanks to everyone that's watched, that's commented, that's interacted with my posts, and also to all the people on crypto Twitter that have been sharing my update when I post a video on there, that have been sharing that, comments on that. I really, really do appreciate that. So big, massive thank you, positive vibes to everyone that's done that. It really does mean a lot, because this is something that I'm trying to do for myself, but also for the community as well. And knowing that it's working for the community and that they're liking it, it warms my heart, and it's really nice to see. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone that's done that, and let's keep growing this forward. What have I done this week that's made any differences in the changes? So what have I done to try and grow the channel? What have I done that's different? What's worked for me and what's not? As I said, that's what I want to talk about on these weekly videos. I want people to come along for the journey. So yeah, if you want to know more about that and you find it important or informative and helpful, please do like and subscribe and follow on the journey with me. So what I did say was that I wanted to commit to some specific numbers on the content that I was going to do. So what I wanted to do was 3 weekly videos, 1 extra video, which is this, which is the weekly update, and 5 shorts per week. So let's see how I did against those targets. Let's start off with the negatives. I didn't do enough shorts. That's my fault. I'm a bit not as comfortable with doing shorts as I am with a long format. So I only managed to upload 3 shorts. So YouTube has recently changed how the shorts works. They're going to now be 3 minutes. So a little bit of information for you if you are looking at your YouTube channel. Any video you upload in either square aspect or portrait aspect, so your phone the long way, if that's under 3 minutes long, it's going to automatically be classed as a short. So that might help me a little bit going forward. I just find that when I'm talking about very detailed stuff, it's very hard to cram that into a 60-second short. So hopefully the extra length on that is going to help me. What I'm also going to try and do is not overthink them as much, try and do much more snapshot type videos of what I'm up to, when I'm setting up, for example, designs I'm working on. Let me know also in the comments the type of things you'd like to see. Do you want to see what I'm doing in my life, or do you want super specific things focused on crypto? So yeah, let me know in the comments, but I will be focusing on that. On to the positives, I did manage to upload 4 videos, which was 1 more that I said, and obviously this one is the update one. So what I actually did last week, I targeted and set myself a bit of a challenge, as it was the Avalanche Summit in Buenos Aires, which is a massive event for anyone into the Avalanche blockchain and the crypto space. And I was also feeling a lot of FOMO because I wasn't there. I wanted to be there was so much going on. So I wanted to keep myself up to date and keep researching it, but I also set myself a challenge to keep everyone else updated. So by doing that, I wanted to research, compile, collate, and create daily updates on what was happening for the event. Now, I might have bitten off a little bit more than I could chew with this, because it was a hell of a lot of work. I had to speak to people that were there, doing the research across all the social media channels, so keeping up with Instagram, Twitter, Telegram from people that were there. Also, the time difference, because I'm in Southeast Asia, it was a 13-hour time difference, so it was almost like having to go back in time. So that was a bit tricky, and keeping up to where we're up to. But day 1 and day 2 were in the bag, and what I might even do from a day 3 is compile that into my weekly update video, because I want to let the information from all the various after parties filter through, and also have a really detailed look into that as well. So let's have a detailed look into my stats. My best performing video last week was my weekly update on the Avalanche blockchain, where I spoke about news and updates for the week and explained to people about what was happening. So that was super interesting to see, as this is a video that I plan to do each week. Now that one had 180 views, which I'm super happy about. From then, it was down to the daily updates from the summit, which had 44 and 35 views respectively. Next was the balling competition video. Now that had less views, but that is a super very niche video that's targeted at a really specific crypto community. So I would expect that to be lower. But that was a super important video, because that's the community that I'm working with and creating merch for. The merch is upon NF Treasury, who I'm working with, and it was an information-based video about a competition. So it's super important that I'm doing them videos, because I've still got to concentrate on the community that I'm working for and do these really specific videos. Now, videos like this, if you look on this from a growing the channel point of view, are not necessarily going to help all that much on that journey to monetization. So they're still important though. So as you can see from this week's videos, what I've really done is really drill down on my niche and focus on the specific area. And that has helped and increased everything. So I'm going to be continuing to do that this week, although there won't be the daily updates because there's no Avalanche Summit. But I really will be looking at some more specifically informative and helpful videos this week. So targeting things like how-to videos, so informing people on the crypto space. So I did say that what I really want to do is look at these new users, onboard people. So from the start of the journey, when you come into crypto, people don't know how to buy a meme coin, so how to open a wallet, how to get MetaMask, how to get your money from the bank and turn that into a meme coin. How does that happen? That's probably one of the first steps that people take. The good thing about this type of video from a monetization point of view is it's what's classed as evergreen content. So it's something that someone's always going to be searching for. So next year, for example, someone could still be searching how to buy a meme coin. In 2 years, someone could be searching how to buy a meme coin, as opposed to the video from the summit, which is something very, very specific. It's a news-based event. So probably in 2 years' time, people aren't going to want to know what happened in the summit 2 years ago. They're just not going to be searching it. But I don't want this to solely be about me growing a channel and making money. I do want it to be about giving back to the community, updating the community, being informed, and also me being seen as an expert in that community. So I don't want to get too caught up in the journey to monetization. So I will still be giving the daily updates, the weekly updates on what's happening. So yeah, I will keep you updated next week on how everything goes, on how doing those more how-to type of videos work. One other thing I've been looking at much more this week is focused on the description, the title, and the thumbnail side of things, which I do see as a bit boring, but they're very, very important. I've also been using ChatGPT to do that. Now, as a creative, I'm a bit conflicted with the use of AI, for example, for art, etc. As I'm essentially an artist, it makes sense for me to focus on the art and be that creative individual. But they're super helpful with what I do see as the boring parts of doing YouTube videos. So writing your description, your SEO, etc. But they are so important and essential to the success of your channel. They're going to be how people find you, how they decide if they want to watch your video when they see that thumbnail. Is it interesting? Is it engaging? Is what counts as the SEO towards your video. So you could have the most amazing content, great info, a super well shot video. You could be talking about the most important content in the world, but if no one sees it, it's no use. So I'm going to be working on that much more this week, on using ChatGPT for the descriptions, for the SEO, and I'll talk to you much more about that next week and where I'm up to with that journey and give you the information. I've also signed up to a scheme called vidIQ, which is an online resource that helps people grow their YouTube channels. So again, that's something new that I've signed up for. I'm going to be doing much more work on that this week, and I'll update you on that next week, as it'll be useful for you to know. So yeah, if you want to know about the journey, like and subscribe. I'm going to set myself again the target of doing 3 videos, plus the 1 update video and the 5 shorts. So if you want to follow on with this journey and see how it's going for me, please do like and subscribe. I will also be talking much more still during the week about my crypto spaces, my crypto journey, what's going on in the crypto block space, what's going on in the Avalanche space. So all of that content will be there. As I said, I do live and work as a digital nomad, so I will also be sharing information about how that works, what do I do day to day, my journey with creating the NFTs. So all that content will be coming. So yeah, if you want to know more about that and follow me, please do like and subscribe, and I will keep you updated on where we're up to next week. Peace out, good vibes.